doing? Welcome back to Football Inc. How are you? It's Friday. It's the 6th of February. It's 5 o'clock local time. It's midday over where Johnny is on his Holly Pops, and he's wearing a new hat or a different hat than he usually wears. Man of many hats. We're going to find out how he's doing in just a minute, guys. We've got predicciones and we got some interesting football stories. Leicester City given a 10-point deduction from their FFP PSR shenanigans that took place a couple of years ago. It's taken that long for them to catch up with them, but it's put them in a bit of jeopardy. We've got some other stories for you as well from around the world of football. You know what to do, guys. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We are on the march to 6K. We're about, I don't know, we'll be about 70 people away or something from 6K. Notification bell button should be squeezed. Comments should be dropped. And, of course, we are available on all of your podcast platforms. Please do give us a follow and a rating if you find us by searching for Football Inc. or by going into the description and giving us a little rat-a-tat-tat on that link. We are also, finally, sponsored by OK Jersey. You know what to do, guys. Code FINK at checkout gets you an unbelievable 8% off. Already amazing prices for all of your athleisure wear. By the way, they are, if you are interested in the in a certain tournament that's taking place in the summer, international stuff, those things can also be identified. They got all the shirts there ready to go. So whatever your nation is, go and check it out and get yourself involved with that. Johnny, how are you, my man?
Okay, you actually got me excited there. Just to say, you know, when the World Cup comes on, this channel will be all over it because we're Football Inc. Yeah. So these are the sort of tournaments that you get into. Find some new stars that are born that you'd never even heard of. Players that Danny Rose has to Google, and us. All good. All good. A bit weird with the jet lag. Still waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning here in Miami. The game tomorrow is at 7:30 in the morning. So I did have great ideas of going to the Spurs club, Miami Spurs club. I'd have to leave here about 5 in the morning. I can't be bothered. It's one thing getting in a.
Where will you watch the game then?
I'll watch it in the hotel. I'll watch it in the hotel.
Or on your computer, or are they going to have? They're going to have it on. Do you reckon?
They've got a Super Bowl day here on Sunday, which will be great. And I'll arrange to watch it.
Where is the Super Bowl this year?
It's not Pasadena. I'm trying to think now.
Is it California?
I think it's
Johnny, your earphones keep dropping in and out, mate. Are they fully charged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go for it. It's in where is it this week? It's in where is it? In Santa Clara.
Right. Santa Clara. Oh, it was near.
Not far away. Well, we've got the predicciones to do, but then we'll do that towards the end. Should we start with this Leicester City story, mate?
Yeah, I mean,
it's quite an interesting one. I've got the article here. Daily Mail did a thing. It's obviously dropped a couple of days ago, but we haven't done any streams for a couple of days, really, apart from Tottenham-related stuff. So, just a quick little run through. Leicester City are handed major points. Is it on the screen?
Yeah.
Leicester City are handed major points deduction, which plunges them into back-to-back relegation danger after they broke Premier League rules. Leicester have been hit with a 6-point deduction for breaking spending rules, leaving them above the relegation zone in the Championship on goal difference alone. The penalty, recommended by an independent commission, relates to the 23-24 season where Leicester were promoted to the Premier League but were deemed to have breached profitability and sustainability regulations. It will apply with immediate effect. Premier League champions 10 years ago, Leicester believed at one stage that Chiefs were pushing for a penalty as heavy as 20 points, which would have left them 14 points adrift of safety. Gee whiz. Leicester have the right to appeal and are weighing up whether to do so. There are those in Leicester's legal team who believe the governing bodies do not have the jurisdiction to issue punishments for offences committed 2 years ago. Naturally, the Premier League and the EFL believe otherwise. It's not guaranteed that Leicester will appeal. There are some at the club who believe they should accept the verdict and move on rather than have it continue to linger in the background. Yet if they do appeal, it risks placing the championship season into chaos. Any appeal could stretch beyond the end of the season, meaning that even after the final games, clubs could be unaware of which division they will compete in for the 26-27 season. Madness. How's it got to February and they haven't bloody finished? Sorry, go on, John.
Yeah, I mean, look, they thought they got away with one here when they got promoted, yet broke the EPL rules. Sorry, the EPL, the EFL rules, and got promoted and thought, well, we're out of that now. You've got no jurisdiction now. You can't deduct us points. We're not in your league anymore. We're in the Premier. Now we abide by Premier League rules. Well, they got relegated. And now, well, actually, you know what? You thought you got away with it. Okay. That's not how it works. If everyone just broke the rules as they thought, well, we're going to go up, let's just break the rules because we're not going to be part of the EFL next season. Everyone will be doing it. I think they're bloody lucky to only be getting 6 points. I'll be brutally honest with you, Sean. I thought that 6 is a very lenient punishment for the amount of overspend that they made. And bearing in mind, they also had parachute payments and all the rest of it. I don't see why they should have overshot the mark, to be truthful with you.
They won a court battle, didn't they, about this initially? When they were first out, they won a court battle because they did have some like the Premier League were holding them to the same 3-year threshold, the same 3-year rolling period that everyone else that's in the Premier League has, right? Because when it was like it's 105 million pound of losses over 3 years, but they were like, yeah, but one of those years we weren't in the Premier League, so like, how are you going to hold us to the same standard? Which I think was, and that they actually won the court case based on that, and so that's why it's kicked the can and it's delayed and all this other stuff. But ultimately now, a couple of years later, they're or a year and a half later, whatever, they're ruling that they're you know the sort of chickens are coming home to roost. One thing I do find absolutely obscene though, mate, is that they can get through all of these things. It still takes too long for my liking. But the idea that they would appeal, the appeal would run over the end of the season, and then the other teams that may or not be up or down as a consequence of not knowing whether Leicester are going to get 6 points or 2 points or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you prepare? And other teams shouldn't have to be sent into chaos, not knowing whether they're going to spend next year in the Championship or in League One. How can you prepare your squad? How can you negotiate contracts if you don't know which league you're in? Not because of anything you've done, but because of problems with another club and the fact that the Premier League and the EFL are inconsistent with their application of the law. It's mental. It's mental that it gets to February the 6th and they're now only just now figuring this shit out. It's crazy.
I mean, honestly, the EFL and the EPL, between them, if they could agree on a rule, cut down all the navigation that, you know, some of these clubs circumventing the rules, if they cut it all out and got their shit together, they wouldn't be spending tens of millions and in certain cases hundreds of millions of pounds fighting their own members. I mean, how much has the Premier League spent fighting Manchester City and Everton and Villa and all these clubs to stop them, you know, about applying rules to, you know, the breaking of the rules, Chelsea and all the likes, and the same with the EFL. If you got your shit together and you got your house together, these are the rules. If you break the rule, this is the punishment. It's not answerable or arguable in a court of law, right? These are the rules. These are the rules you've accepted. If you breach this, okay, the punishment is 20 points, 10 points, 15 points on an ever decreasing scale. So if it's minor breach, it's like 3 points. A medium breach, 6 points. A major breach, 8, to a maximum of this. And if X, Y, and Z happens, then automatic demotion. I mean, we know about Glasgow Rangers, who, let's be honest, huge club. And what they did, they got demoted all the way to the bottom of the run in the Scottish League. They didn't mess around.
That's because it's all one giant league put together, though, isn't it? Whereas the Premier League is a separate entity from the Football League.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they dealt with it. They didn't say, well, you know, the league, the SPL needs Rangers. Without Rangers, there is no SPL, right? About that, they said, look, this is the rules. They breached them, therefore they have to be punished. They could have, you know, they could have relegated them to the first division, but they didn't. All the way that they put them all the way down. The same with Juventus, right? Manchester still waiting for Manchester City? Are they going to wait till Pep leaves? I mean, what is going on there? Or will they announce it once Arsenal have won the league, and then turn around and say, "Well, you know what? There's your punishment." Because
I feel like it
think
might be a little bit about like the Epstein files, mate. I feel like, you know, like it's taken a little bit too long to come out. And when it will, you know that a lot of the actual truth will be hidden, the redactions and all that sort of thing, you know?
well, 100%. Look, we know it's gone on. How many pockets have been greased, allegedly, with people within the Premier League?
Don't forget, Johnny, the only reason that Chelsea and Manchester City's alleged breaches of rules first came out was because of hacks.
Correct.
If there was no hacks, then no one would have been any the wiser.
Yeah.
I think that's at least the case in one of the clubs. I think it's both clubs. I'm pretty sure both clubs got hacked. Their emails got hacked. Was it Chelsea? I can't remember now. But at least one, but if not both, there was a hacking where emails were released that showed that there was fraud, and that's what prompted the investigation, which is mental. Like, it's mental that you need to get hacked in order to like, there should be just the natural discovery of these things if people are doing their job. But I guess the smartest minds in the room are always the ones that are cooking the books rather than the ones that are auditing them, right?
So do you think what I maybe the conspiracy theorist in me is thinking, once they know that Arsenal have won the league and there's no coming back, they announce the points deduction, okay, which doesn't stop Arsenal winning the league. But it's, if you're going to appoint it in a season, do it in the season where they definitely can't win the league, right?
Yeah, but will that get them kicked out of the Champions League? That's fine with me.
Yeah, fine. That's fine. One season, you know, one season.
Transfer ban. They've got ahead of all their transfer. They basically rebuilt their squad anyway ahead of it, haven't they? You know.
Correct. So what are you going to do now? 2-year transfer ban, like Chelsea breached the rules. They knew they were going to get the transfer ban. So what did they do? They went on a transfer spree, getting all the players. Look, we're going to ban you for 18 months.
Yeah, just a little heads up. You might want to spend a little bit more money than you're allowed to, because and get some kids in, because you're going to have a little bit of time away from the market. Okay.
Yeah.
This little piggy didn't go to market for 2 years. Okay.
But Leicester, don't feel sorry for Leicester. I think Leicester have got away with one. They've danced with the devil. They thought, screw you. You know, we're in the Premier League now. We're out of your rules. What are you going to do? You can't demote us. And had they stayed in the Premier League for a couple of seasons, I think the EFL wouldn't have had a leg to stand on. But lo and behold, you gave them the two fingers and you're back. And they weren't going to forget it. And I think, accept the fine, because I think 6 points, a 6-point fine is rather lenient. I think a 10-point would have been more the case, 10 to 12 points. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Yeah.
But
in other news, mate, just wanted to show this one. I've just seen this very recently. Danish outlet Viaplay have been denied the chance to speak with Thomas Frank indefinitely. The outlet said that they believe Spurs are upset about questions they asked Frank in a recent interview about pressure he is under at Spurs and how much support he feels from fans. I mean, this is a bit pertinent because we were talking last night on the Spurs 5 about perfect solutions, where, you know what, like you can't have plants that just sort of, shape the style of the interviews. You've got to hand it over to the fans or hardcore journalists who are just going to take no punches. It doesn't work that way, does it? It's just the way that the world is, No.
They're not going to answer. If a politician wants to do an interview, he's going to try and find the interviewee who will be the most lenient with him. And I think it's the same club right now. I mean, the funny one that's I think I'm not having a breakdown, but I think he's losing the plot a little bit. Is Pep. Pep now he's not even talking about football. He's talking about Palestine. He's talking about Ukraine. I watch it. It's breaking my heart. Like, mate, we're talking football, right? Forget the politics. I know you're leaving at the end of the season, right? And then he's talking about the goals. You saw the goal, yeah? You saw it. You saw it, yeah. To say, yeah, right. He's
quite moody, isn't he? He's quite moody when he doesn't. Yeah,
he's very moody at the moment. He's not a happy bunny, And, if a journalist was to ask him another uncomfortable question, I think before now and the end of the season, the shit could get ugly, especially today. Now his latest one, he's going, I don't know if Haaland will play today against Liverpool on the weekend.
I think he's a little bit pissed off, a little bit over it, isn't he? I think he's
Yeah.
over it. I think he knows his squad's not good enough. I think he knows that they've bottled it a couple of times now in the last 2 years. They haven't really got back from that four-peat. They haven't recovered. I think he knows that having dropped points against Tottenham, he's got a tremendously difficult game this weekend away at Anfield.
Yeah.
And I think he just knows that it's a little bit like you know what? I don't care about Arsenal. I don't care about Arsenal. Like I always stand true. Give me Tottenham first. Obviously, I want Arsenal not to win anything, obviously, but not at the expense of Tottenham, right? Never.
100%. 100%. 100%.
But I have got this horrendous feeling that Arsenal are going to go from nothing in 5 years to win the entire fucking quad. It's going to be fucking horrendous.
But look, I think some of the managers are losing the plot at the moment. Look, we talked often here about Arsenal's dirty tricks, but I think Rosenior's comments about Arsenal's dirty tricks are stretching it beyond. Do you know what I mean?
What did he say? What did he say? I didn't hear that. I didn't see them.
Yeah, he was going on like, before the game.
I saw before the game he was saying, "Get out your own fucking half. Get in your own fucking half." You know.
That affected my boys.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said?
My boys, they affected their training. Disrespect. Mate, you lost. Okay, you never. I think you had one shot on target.
Johnny, honest, can you take your earphones out and just? Well, I think I'd rather have the echo than the because it's clipping out, mate. It's
okay. I'm not sure
better.
What's happening.
That's better. It's clipping out horrendously now. I don't know why.
Don't know. I've got them back in.
Oh, okay. That's
better. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. No echo.
What were you saying then? What were you saying then about Rosenior?
Sorry, mate.
Rosenior's growing on me a little bit, Johnny. When he first came in, I was like, this guy, like this whole I'm the man, aging men thing. I was like, oh, this is like
you weren't a fan. You've turned, Sean.
I know. I respect the fact that I liked what he said about the Chelsea fans booing him at halftime, and he said, yeah, they're right to boo. I would have booed. It's not good enough. Not good enough. Obviously, he turned the game around, so like. You can be a little bit more. It's a bit easier to be like that in the event when the result finished out. But I kind of respect that, and I kind of also like the fact that he's not afraid to say like, "Get in your own fucking half." I know it's all a little bit on shot. I think he thinks he's a tough guy, and he's not a tough guy. But he's kind of growing on me a little bit. I don't mind it. You know, what's your thought?
Do you know what the funniest scene was when the ball came over in Austin and he tried to trap the ball? Have you seen the slow-mo?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. He hits his shin.
And then he hits his shin. And the look on his face where he's like, okay,
yeah.
And then
get your head down that one. Yeah.
Like a right grin on his face when he realizes, oh, for fuck's sake.
This game is called football. All right, we put our foot. No, you don't. You put your shin on the ball. Okay?
Shin ball. It was it was one of those sort of more embarrassing. Talk about embarrassing. What do you make of this Ronaldo still going on strike? Huh? Well, I mean, what is that about? Huh?
What's that in Saudi Arabia?
In Saudi, yeah. He's saying his club's not investing in enough money. And there are rumours, Sean, that some of the players in his team haven't been paid. Well, maybe if they weren't paying him 500,000 a day, I believe, or 500,000. I've lost the. I
think he's only 32 million a year, isn't he, or something? So that's about 600
plus
grand.
Bonus.
600 grand. No, wait, is that right? So that would be about 7 million a week. So
yeah, he's earning millions a week. Millions a week.
No, wait, hang on a second.
He's earning more than $1 million a week, mate. He's earning more than $1 million.
How much is Ronaldo earning?
I think he's the deal plus bonuses, goals, all the rest of it.
$4.5 million, $5 million a week. So about £1 million a day.
That's what I said.
Yeah, 5 day week. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and the others aren't getting paid, but he's going on strike Not only that, he gets apartments, he gets slaves, he's got a personal jet that they've given him. He gets bonuses for all the goals. He's got a cut of this, that, and the other merchandise. But he's upset because they aren't buying all of the players that they should, and they're owned by the Saudi PIF, who are funding it all. But I think he's got the hump because his arch rivals have just signed Karim Benzema for them. So I just don't know what planet he's on, mate. He's 40 years of age and he's going on strike. Isn't he meant to be the face of Saudi football?
Mate, did you hear this is I feel like, I mean, obviously he's done it, right? He's obviously a big time ego, and like, whatever, it is what it is. Listen, it is what it is. If he wants to put his own hand, his own pocket to buy a couple of players or whatever, if there's players that aren't getting paid, maybe realize that, you know, I mean, it's not on him. I guess it's his contract, right? But I'd love to know how much money. Does he have like a charitable foundation? I'd love to know whether like 20% of his money goes towards charities or things. He's never going to make a dent in his lifestyle. I'd love to know how generous these people are with their goes
wealth. To the Ronaldo Self-Appreciation Society, of which he's the founder member and the only shareholder.
I'd love to know. Did you hear? Did you hear? I think you did hear it. You sent it to me. I don't think this will get us copyrighted by playing it via Instagram. Should I play the TalkSport Alex Crook take on Romero?
Yeah, why not?
Did you have a look at it?
Yeah, why not? We can always cut it if it causes a problem. This is an interesting one. This is Alex Crook's.
Because he's talking about egos in the dressing room.
Just to say that there's rumours today, just before you play this clip, that Barcelona now see an opportunity where they can sign him. Well, unless they've got around about 180, 100 million euros, I don't think they're getting anywhere near him. Let's listen to what Alex Crook has got to say.
Yeah, 100%. In 1 second.
He's definitely egos in the room.
Diving into tackles. Best gets himself booked. At worst, gets himself sent off. He is a liability and not fit to lead this football club. And by the way, Christian, when you talk about a disgrace, it's a disgrace that you've only managed to lead your team to 2 victories in 15 Premier League games. It's a disgrace that you finished 17th in the Premier League last season. From what I'm told by people who know this dressing room, a big issue that Tottenham have got is too many of their players are so overinflated in their opinion of themselves. They think they should be playing for Real Madrid and Barcelona. And Christian Romero is a prime example of how egos have overtaken that club. I've said this about Tottenham players over the course of the season. I was at Bournemouth when they lost the game to that last-minute Semenyo goal. And they're getting involved in a row with the supporters. Well, what are you doing that for? Tottenham, Ollie Watkins scores. And they're getting involved in a row with the Aston Villa players. The full-time whistle's gone. You're just doing this for the cameras to make it look like you care. Actually, the best way of showing you care is not by going on social media or getting involved in rucks after the full-time whistle. Put it in the 90 minutes. It's all optics. They're fakes. They're a bunch of fakers. This is a player who constantly make...
Got to be honest, mate.
You agree? Yeah?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I know everyone in the... I mean, less so in my... when I go on Spurs Talk Show, obviously people that come to Spurs Talk Show know me, and I would hope that they come there for the most part not to be a hater. But when you go to Spurs 5 and stuff, obviously you get a whole plethora of different people. The vast majority of people, obviously in the fan base at the moment, agree with Romero's comments. But and they think that because they think because I don't agree with them, that therefore I've got some agenda like I hate Romero. I don't hate Romero. I want Romero to be a committed member of our team and to iron out his own volatility. But I've never felt like he's entirely committed to Tottenham, and I think he's clever, or his agency is clever in the fact that he utilizes situations and scenarios that he is in no small part responsible for cultivating to then make himself a hero with the fans whilst also engineering an exit. And I don't think that that's too much of a stretch to think that that's a possible scenario. Is he right with his frustrations at the football club? Sure, I think everyone's got frustrations with the football club, but I fundamentally think that he needs to focus on his own game first. And I do think there's an ulterior motive to him saying this. And I really hope that when Thomas Frank says that it's being dealt with internally, that it actually does mean that there's some consequences, because it's like having a spoiled brat as a baby, right? If you never tell the baby no, or the child no, then they're gonna grow up being an insufferable little twit. And I feel like you need some discipline in the ecosystem. And I genuinely think it's another problem at Tottenham. Outside of that, is the fact that the tail wags the dog too much, with the players thinking they can do what they want. Not just him, Jed Spence. There was no consequences for Jed Spence. There were consequences for Bissouma. There was no consequences for Mickey van der Ven or Destiny Udogie. There was very little consequences.
Is this to do though? Because discipline has rules, right? If you cross this line, this is the consequence, right? Actions has a reaction and a consequence, right? But as you quite rightly said, there hasn't been a consequence to Mickey van der Ven, Spence, Romero. I mean, this is Romero's fourth outburst, I believe, since since he's been at the club. Listen, Crookie, right? I'm not a fan of his.
I'm not a fan of his either, to be honest.
No,
I'm not.
Yeah, just to be honest, I don't like his
itself. I don't disagree.
Yeah, yeah. I just think that look, at the end of the day, he's got a contract. He signed a new contract, and if he wants to go, a club's going to have to pay big money. So right. You put up or shut up. Personally, I'd like him to settle his differences, and I'd like him to. I'd like the club to actually back the manager and actually invest. I think this window has quite honestly been one of the worst windows. I was having an argument with my son. Well, not an argument, but he thinks that the window's fine. What else do you want them to do? There's only X amount of spaces you can have in the squad.
Well, that's true as well, though. That is true.
Yeah.
I think we spoke about this last night, right? I forget, was it Lukey that was saying, we were talking about the window being just problematic now because of the UEFA, the games finishing later, not enough time. For me, the window has to change its format, structure, timing, whatever. Something has to change about it. Otherwise, it's just a damp squib of a window for everybody, not just at Tottenham. But even if the argument is that then just make sure that you build your plan incredibly, you build your squad in the summer. That's fine. But even if Tottenham you've still only got 25 places in your squad. Even if Tottenham had signed Semenyo in the summer, even if Tottenham had signed, Leon Goretzka and a backup left-sided centre-back and a left-back, and if we had the perfect 10 out of 10 summer and everyone went fair fucking play, right? The window's been brilliant. If you then have 15 injuries, you're still screwed, aren't you?
Yeah. No, look, the thing is, I had so many arguments with people about the Kulusevski injury that happened right in front of me, and I said there's no way he'll be back. In the summer, people were saying he'll be back before Christmas, and I said no, he won't. I said he'll be lucky to be back early part of next year. Now I'm beginning to think that will he be back this season? And the fact that those a Champions League squad has been announced, Sean, and there's no Kulusevski in that squad, right?
Yeah, he's not going to be around for. But listen, mate, I genuinely, I'm really worried about that guy. Like what Gary said on this channel,
I think he's done.
His knee was shattered. Yeah. It's a very specific adjective, shattered.
Yeah.
I remember when I dislocated I've told you this story before, but I dislocated my knee when I was 14 years old. And when they put it back in place, they chipped half the kneecap off and it was floating around the back of my knee. And I had to have an operation and all that stuff. My rugby days were pretty much over. I tried to play again, but I never trusted my knee ever again. And if his knee was shattered in the process, then I think that he might be finito as a top player. I think even if he comes back, the version of him we will get back is nothing like the version that we had. And even to be honest, the version that we had was frustrating for people a lot of the time, wasn't it, Johnny?
Well, he was, cutting onto his foot. But the problem is, as Gary said, that there is a roadmap for an ACL, for a hamstring tear, for an ACL, all these different injuries. But there isn't a roadmap, a blueprint roadmap from a recovery from a shattered kneecap. A shattered kneecap normally happens in an accident, or a car accident, or some really terrible accident where there's an impact. I don't believe that he will be back anywhere near the shape or way or form. I mean, we see all the pictures of the videos of James Maddison. He's coming back, he's going to be back, but here we are, it's going to be a year and he's nowhere near being on it's all very well seeing all these videos where he's on the bit of grass, but kicking a ball around in your garden right, on the grass doesn't mean you can go out and play professional football, even if you were once a professional footballer. And so these comments by Johan Lang that we couldn't buy players because we have many players who are nearing a return is another lie, because Maddison's not near a return. Kulu's not near a return. Kudos.
Who's he talking about? Jed Spence?
Richarlison, another 3
Richie,
weeks,
maybe. Yeah, so it's not really near, is it? It's still 30% of the season away.
Kudos is the end of March. Kudos is the end of March. I mean, like, who are you kidding, man?
And there's no doubt we're going to have a couple more go down before then, because they've got to play every single game. What we have they've got to play every game, and this is the red zone thing we were talking about, right? So, what's more likely, that from here we lose more players or we gain players back? But like, is the next change in the squad more players available or fewer players available?
Fewer.
I agree, 100%.
Fewer. I think Thomas Frank.
We are screwed, Johnny.
We are screwed. I mean, the thing is, he's this reluctance to use, Callum Oluwesi or who was going to go to Torino. He's now not going to Torino. He's now, on the bench. Well, if he's going to be on the bench and he ain't going to Torino, play him. Give him 15 minutes. Give him 20 minutes. Throw him in, because he's a player. He's captain of the under.
Or the lad, Williams Barnett.
The only thing is Williams Barnett's that bit younger. And
how old is Olasasi then?
19, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, I think it's 19, 18, 19.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, they're starting to use Byfield, yeah. And you mentioned Junai Byfield to me like 3 years ago. You said we got a monster in that guy. It was maybe 2 years ago. I don't know.
2 years. 2 years. Yeah,
2 years ago. You said about him. Fair play to you. You know your onions, mate. You know your onions. We've got a couple of super chiddly chit chats to get 5 of them actually. Big up to you all. Big up to you all.
Thank you all, guys.
We've got Chudini in the gaff. Big up to Chew for you. Where is he? You can't hear it, no?
I can hear it.
Oh, you can hear it. Okay.
It's weird. It's weird.
So
no
weird.
Echo today, Sean.
No, the echo's gone.
Yeah,
I think the echo's temperamental, a bit like Bugsy Malone.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it could be Lubo's earpiece.
Well, yes. Lubo said to me, he said, "Oh, are you going to be on a stream later or tomorrow for the watch along?" I said, "Yeah, I'll be probably doing both at some point." He goes, "Do I need to ask permission to backdoor in?" I went, "Yes, Lubo, you do have to ask permission. Okay, my door is not open to everyone all the time."
He's left the key with the family just in case something should happen to him.
The key's under the mat, Lubo. Let yourself in. No, Lubo, that's not how it works, bro.
He's left the back door key in his will. Should anything happen to him, I hereby leave the rights to the back door. I will. Oh dear.
Big up to you, Choo. Appreciate you, Dino. Phil P's in the house. Big up to you, Phil. Choo to you. Thank you very much indeed. Hope you're okay. Appreciate you. A user says, Kulu, Maddison, Bentancur, sorry to say, all finito.
I don't disagree. A user.
I don't think we're ever going to see the best versions of them again.
No. No 100%. Chance. No chance.
It's a shame. I would have loved to have seen Maddison with a prime peak Madders playing alongside the double 10 with Xavi Simons. The magic those two could have created together would have been delicious, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable. It's not going to happen, I think. Big up to you, user. Thank you very much, mate. Sparky Spurs, been a member for 6 months. Big up to you, Sparkies. Haven't seen your name for a while, mate. You've joined us, and then I haven't seen you in the chat for a while, buddy. But appreciate you, mate. Also, what's interesting is the naming conventions on the channel seem to have returned back to what they were. YouTube's very, very strange. Very, very strange indeed. You know, I got a copyright, not a copyright. I got a limited reach thing on one of my videos yesterday, and I looked into the details, and it said because you're promoting US political election content. I went, what? I said, no, I'm not. I'm talking about Tottenham. What are we doing here? So I spent 25 minutes waiting online, waiting on in the YouTube help thing, waiting to talk to someone. Got through to them. They said, please wait there. We'll find some content. We'll get the help for you that you need. And then eventually they just sent me a bunch of articles that I'd already read. I was like, you're missing the point. I don't need to understand what I've done wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not talking about political content. I don't know what I said. Anyway, YouTube is fucking weird. Big up to Sparky Spurs, also coming with a super sticker.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. And my man from Woking, the Bears Cave. Big up to you. Love your name, buddy. Hope you're okay. He says, hoping we block that fella's haircut.
Yes. Well, that was going to be the one, you know. Is he going to finally get... He's three games in. He's lined up the hairdressers. You know, he's going to get his last big payday. His last big payday is going to be the haircut day, where he's going to charge everyone, you know, the barber, the lucky barber who gets to cut and get, you know, has the fame.
He'll probably go and spend some of that super chat money on, or go and get Vidal Sassoon to cut it, or someone that's a proper. I don't even know who is Vidal Sassoon. Proper, like what's that? It's fucking amazing, isn't it? Is Vidal Sassoon an actual person? I think it is.
Yeah,
right?
no, Vidal, but he's dead, mate. He must be about. He's probably about 100 now.
Oh, is he? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, whoever it is, whoever's the whoever the geezer is that cuts.
Well, he was a proper player.
Great name,
Let's do a couple of the transfers. Let's do a couple of the transfers, and then we'll go on to predictions. Arsenal are trying to do a sneaky deal for Alvarez at Atletico Madrid, Sean, and they have the bait to get him out of there without coughing up huge sums of money, because they like both Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus.
Oh wow!
And there's a way out of there for Alvarez to come. If they get Alvarez, there'll be no stopping them, man. There'll be absolutely no stopping them, because I think Manchester City made a huge mistake when they got rid of him. I never understood it. I know he didn't want to be number 2 to Haaland, but the two of those two in tandem would have been unbelievable. Surprised he went to Madrid, 80 million.
It's interesting that Atletico Madrid have got that draw. Right, because they don't win the league, do they? They don't win this. They don't really win UEFA, Champions Leagues, or so. Like they're kind of like
they're lurkers. Sure.
Are they like the kind of 2017 version of Tottenham, always sort of top 4, but never really doing that much? Yeah, they can attract someone like like him.
Probably better than Tottenham, maybe over the last. Yeah, definitely better than Spurs, probably over the last few years, mind you. We've had 2 finals. We've had it since 2019. We've had the Champions League final, and
how many teams can say that they've got to the final of both European competitions in the last 6 years? Not a lot.
No,
not a lot, right?
No.
So,
and yet
let's not forget that my chairman, my Daniel Levy, did that.
A news coming out of Newcastle, Newcastle's agent saying that Sandro Tonali is not very happy at the moment. Howe is starting to use my players are tired and we've got a lot of injuries excuse, Sean.
Yeah.
Not really rubbing, but Tonali, is he twerking for another Arsenal move? Because Arteta had come out in a statement saying that he looks absolutely, he loves Tonali. Just seen this parachute. Lookman cooking at Atletico. Yeah, I sent Sean I put it on the group. To all you guys who thought we shouldn't be signing Lookman, and Sean and I need to get a life because all we talk about is Lookman. He absolutely smashed it on his.
I don't know what we were thinking there. Such. I mean, he didn't want to Atalanta didn't want to sell him to an Italian club. Fair enough. He didn't want to go to Turkey.
Yeah.
No one else came in for a bid with him other than Atletico. I mean, he's landed in a fantastic spot. He's gone to a really good team.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you that, we could have. I don't know whether we could have got him. I guess we could have got him if we went toe to toe with Atletico Madrid. But he was there for the taking. Like anyone could have gone and got him. Apart from
since last summer.
Since last summer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're just absolute. I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to ever have to mention his name ever again. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of saying his name. But I know that we'll end up getting Atletico Madrid in the Champions League last 16, and he's going to score a hat trick against us. I know what's going to happen.
I mean, listen. Long before we mentioned him, he was player of the tournament at AFCON, and he really turned on the style for Atletico on his debut. It was quite sickening. Arsenal are also battling with Chelsea for Bruno Biden, no relation to Joe or Hunter, from Corinthians. He's meant to be the next, wonder kid off the conveyor belt. I wish Spurs could produce some wonder kids off of our conveyor belt. Our conveyor belt keeps malfunctioning.
We cop like our own conveyor belt by bringing in other kids. Speaking of which, Yan Diomande, right, the player that we wanted all summer as well. By the way, if he ever does come to Tottenham, I've got the song we can sing for him. Yan Diomande, well, you came and you gave without saying, but I sent you away, Diomande.
What was the one? What about the other one? Sousa. He came to us from Santos. I haven't gone the rest of it yet, but
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But Yan Diomande has he's signed with new agency Rock Nation Sports International. It's an important decision ahead of the summer transfer window, with several top clubs interested in making the transfer. Mate, you've got to be sick if you are the agent that has managed him from the age of probably 15, 14, all the way up to this big move he's about to get. And then it's just like what happened with who was the guy? It was Leroy Sané, wasn't it? Leroy Sané. His agent says, "Now listen, let the contract run down. We're going to get a nice big juicy payoff when we send you over to Turkey in the summer." And then a day before he signed, he cancels that guy and signs up with the super agent. Was it Penny Zahavi?
Penny Zahavi.
Yeah. Unbelievable, disloyal bastards.
Some are loyal, and some are. Listen, let's be honest. Some agents are fantastic and really do work on the best interests of their player and their client, and others only think about themselves, just like in all fields of life. And some you can't blame them for leaving. That's for sure. Do you see? What about Dwight McNeil? Did you hear about that story where his wife took to social media to say about how it's affected his mental health? They thought they were going to Crystal Palace, and they were the only ones that didn't know the deal was off.
Wow.
They didn't know. And
were they in the car on the motorway going down like the West Brom guy from years ago?
Do you remember? Peter Odewini. Was it Peter Odewini or whatever his name? No, he went off his own fruition.
He went down there by himself. I'm desperate for a move. Listen, I'll shortcut the time. I'll get down there. I'll get on the old M40 quick.
I mean,
back you go, son. Back you go.
This one, they'd agreed everything. Everything had been agreed. There was nothing left to agree. And they just found out. They forgot to let them know that the deal was off. So he's expected to go to Crystal Palace, Dwight McNeil, in the summer to Palace, depending on obviously who's there. Darwin Núñez has already had enough of Al Hilal.
Did you see his miss? Did you see his miss? Oh, mate.
Yeah, another one.
Oh, dear. He gets put through and he completely scuffs it. It was horrendous. That guy might have all of the kind of, I don't know, whatever, the physical attributes, the pace, the power, the height.
He's got everything.
Apart from the calm demeanor when it comes to putting through on goal. He smashed the ball so wide, I think it went out for a throw-in.
Do you know what? For someone like that, I'd be hiring him as sports psychologist, because he has every attribute. He has the strength, he has the pace, he has the power, he has the ability to read the run and make the run. But as soon as he gets in front of goal, it's just become a self-fulfilling prophecy now. Yeah. He's come from Portugal where he couldn't stop scoring, so he had that run, and then it just got inside his head.
And
he's
Timo
never
Werner
left
as well,
him.
wasn't it?
Yeah, never left him. It's never 100%. Left him. Maybe that's what happened to Dele Alli. Who knows? But maybe that's what happened to him.
I don't want to doubt someone's integrity, but I never thought that if Dele Alli's problems when he was 8, 10, 12 years old were responsible for why he fell off at 24, why didn't he fall off when he was 18, 19 and 20? I just think something else came up, and I'm sure that stuff was horrendous. but it didn't affect him as his career thrived. It's the same thing with these agents, right? With these managers. I was talking to Sava earlier on the phone about Conte, for example, right?
Yeah.
Conte never complained about the window when the window finished. He never complained when the season started well. It was only when the season fell apart, then he loses his mind and says, "Oh, this club." Oliver Glasner. No one was talking about the shit window that Crystal Palace had when they started the season really well this year, and they were third or fourth and 6 games undefeated and all that, 8 games undefeated. It's only suddenly a problem when the wheels fall off. I think a lot of people, again, this is why I always say, like, challenge the narrative of the person who's speaking. What's the motivation behind it? It doesn't mean that what they say is coming from a place of truth. It might be coming from a place of protection. And that's not to defend any of the other things that they might be saying, but a lot of the times these managers that call out their boards, they only say it when the performances on the pitch start to fall away. They're never saying it in the same season when the performances are good. And so, like I say, Dele Alli, I don't know, man. I just always felt like there's probably just a little bit of something else that was going on.
I think it was the robbery in Hadley Wood, where he was held up, and apparently it was extremely traumatic. Very violent gang came in looking for watches and jewels and money and all the rest of it.
Dele Alli was it as well?
Yeah. And I think that probably had an effect on him.
Sure. I'm not pretending like I know the inner workings of his mind. I'm just saying that.
But listen, look,
it's a consideration.
He had a fantastic talent, an incredible talent. And when you look back at some of the incredible performances he made, but listen, Pochettino turned around and tried to sell him, and Levy was having none of it. But obviously, Poch knew something about his mental state, just the same as Mourinho told him. In that classic clip from the Netflix series. Tell me something. The Manchester City being upset that Mark Gahey can't play in the final, Sean. I mean, obviously, this is a massive boost for Arsenal because without Mark Gahey and all the injuries, Manchester City's defence is absolutely shambolic. Why did they change the rule?
Open play anyway, will they? They'll just score from set pieces.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's a massive. It's a big thing having him there. He's a colossus for them. Well, for any club. Why did they change the rule? I'm not quite sure why they changed the rule that you can't play
up until the final, isn't it?
But why is it? You would have thought a rule like that would have been there, for years.
I don't know. They tinker with the rules all the time, don't they? And they rarely get them right, But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for Manchester City. They're the only team that they got enough. They got away with murder for a long time, and they still haven't had any consequences for that. So, like, listen, as much as I would like them to beat Arsenal in the game, the rules are the rules, and they signed a player that they knew what the rules were. You can't sign a player and then go, actually, can we change the rules now, please, because it suits us, So,
and a bit of positive news. Bahia have finally reached an agreement to sign Tottenham striker Alejo Veliz in the summer, having screwed up the original deal when Spurs didn't realise that there was a clause in the contract which said that when he's at Rosario Central, if he played more than 50% of the games, he couldn't then be taken away and sold to another club. So that deal has now been done, and I believe, Sean, it's for the original $10 million, which, gets most of our money back. We'll go in the coffers.
We wish him luck. Jonny, should we do the predicciones?
Yeah, let's do the predicciones.
Right. Last weekend, you had a chance to catch me up, and you fumbled. The young man fumble. Let's do the predicciones.
Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws. Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws.
Yes, guys, you know the rules by now. It's game week 26, I think. And last weekend, we went into the weekend's fixtures with Jonny on 132 points, the chat on 165 points, and 172 points was yours truly, 7 points in front. And after all of the fixtures were finitoed, the difference here was really Butler here. He got 2 spot-on corrections that got him 9 points from the predicted results. Jonny and the chat both on 5 points apiece. Nobody got anything out of their goal scorer or assist maker. And so going into this weekend, Jonny's on 137 points. The chat are on 170 points. And Butler's out in the front by 11 points on 181 points. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. We do need, though. We do need. Look at Reese is here letting us know how many points he got. Yeah, Reese. Mate, Reese, have you actually participated, Reese? Have you had a chance to participate? Because every week you tell me that you got 25 points last week. I'm not sure if have you done it yet, Reese? Have you done
I'm
it?
not sure if he's done it. I think Reese should be. I think Reese should be.
Sean looks like that one guy we all had in calculus.
Who had all the answers. Yeah.
It's match game. Oh, it's match game 25. It's match game 25. What you're saying, you did 20. Oh, you did it a long time ago. Has anyone not done it that would like to do it right now? We need a man to step, or woman to step up, or a penguin,
or a man, or woman,
or
penguin, whatever. Saying woman, Stan. I want to be one.
We need someone to step up and take the points. If not, Reese, you can have a second crack at the wheel if you want, my man.
Who's coming forward?
Anyone coming
Eden
forward?
Will do it.
EDM. Big up to you, my man. You're in. You are in. Let's go then, Jonny. First game, it starts in just under 128 minutes time. Leeds United against Forest, bottom of the table relegation clash. This one's going to be fascinating.
Huge. I mean, Leeds are fantastic at home.
Stick your scorelines in, by the way, guys. I want to call out your scorelines as we go along.
For me, Leeds had an absolute mare away at Arsenal. But I believe that their focus is on the important games, and this one in particular. They're hard to beat away from home. I don't know what happened the other week, but I believe that Leeds will be a rousing winner tonight, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Leeds win against Forest to put Forest back in relegation trouble. Even though they've got a big team.
Get the old table up. Let me get the table up and have a look, see what we're doing here. As we can work through this shit together, people. We can work through it together. Right down the bottom, Nottingham Forest versus Leeds, both on 26 points. Spurs and Palace just 3 points ahead as we go into game week 25. What did you say? Sorry, 2-1, Jonny?
I said 2-1. EDM.
To Leeds.
Yeah. EDM's gone 1-0. I mean, this is massive. If Leeds win, Sean, it pulls them away. How many points does it leave them away from Forest? Is it 5? No,
3. They're on the same points. They're on the same goal difference and the same points.
Yeah,
a massive game. This is a massive game for both teams tonight.
Yeah, and also it's a massive game for West Ham because is a draw better? Is a draw better for West Ham in this game?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Spurs and Palace only 3 points ahead.
To be honest, mate, I think Leeds. I think we should be rooting for a draw as well. To be entirely honest.
Yeah,
but then they're 2 points behind. They're 2 points behind us, and we're going to be. We'll come to our game in a short time, won't we? But mate, it's fucking scary stuff. Scary stuff.
But I think it could be a good one. What's your score for this one, Sean?
I'm going to go 2-0 to Leeds. 2-0 to Leeds.
Okay, I've gone 2-1. 2-1. And then the early kickoff, 7:30 a.m. where I am, 12:30 a.m. where you are. Man United versus Spurs. I was there last year at Old Trafford when we won 3-0. Bruno Fernandes, the rat, got sent off and was busy crying over it. I don't think it's going to be an easy one. Interesting stat, Sean. Spurs, who have conceded more goals from outside the box. Only 2 teams, Nottingham Forest and Wolves, have conceded more goals from outside the box than any team. Those are Wolves and Forest, as I mentioned. And of the 33 goals that Spurs have scored, Sean, 24% of them have been scored from outside the box. And the team with the second most goals from outside the box that we're playing is Manchester United.
So we're expecting some low XG, high
So
output goals.
I'm expecting some edge of the goal shots. Look, I want us to win this. I just feel that Carrick has got them playing free-flowing football, free Kobe Mainu. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Manchester United win, although my heart says a draw, but 2-1 Man United.
EDM is saying 2-2. I think that's what I went for last night. Did I go for 2-2 last night?
Yeah, I've gone 2-1 Man U.
2-1 to Jonny, 2-2 to EDM, and 2-2 to me. A lot of twos going on, a lot of Desmonds all over the place.
Listen,
it should be a good game though. I actually think Man United playing open football will help us a little bit. I think we can break from them. I think it'll be a good game.
Listen, Jordan, right? I've just given a little bit of background, right? You might think it's waffle, but we talk about we don't shoot from outside the box, yeah, but we concede 24% of our goals that we conceded this season from outside the box, and the team we're playing scores from outside the box. So I thought it was relevant, even if
just a little bit of data, a little bit of colour, on the
data in there. Sprinkle of data onto the
sprinkle,
shit.
Little rubber dub.
All right. So Arsenal versus Sunderland, the team that roughed them up at the Stadium of Light. They're not going to have that support. Arsenal, although it was a tough game, even if they rested and swapped 6-7 players over, I can't see them getting anything. I really like Mukalele, is it? Mukalele, who plays at the back for Sunderland. Granit Xhaka going back, trying to do one over on his team. Maybe leave a couple of studs in that game. Could be a bit feisty. I mean, what Sunderland worked out was get at them, Sean, get in their faces, and you might get something. But I still think Sunderland will come out losers, and I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 to Arsenal. Okie dokie. I don't think that's a bad shout, mate. I'm going to go for...
Oh, Xhaka's injured.
I'm going to go for 3-1 to Arsenal.
Shit. Okay. Can I... Right, I was going to change it. Can I go 3-0? I'm going 3-0. I thought Xhaka was playing. 3-0.
3-0. Okay. Yeah. What's EDM saying there, my man? Where's my man, EDM?
EDM, what's he putting? Is it at Arsenal? Yes, it's at Arsenal.
Where is he?
EDM. He just asked if it's at Arsenal. So he's going to give us... CC's gone 2-1.
Pick up to your CC.
EDM 2-0.
2-0. 2-0 it is. Okie dokie then. Next up on the list is Burnley, West Ham.
Oh, Burnley, West Ham. That's fine. Burnley, West Ham. Burnley okay at home. West Ham desperate. Tatty looks like he's he's having quite a few shots. He looks like he doesn't look like a bad player for West Ham. Might be a half decent signing. But Burnley seem to be a little bit better at home. But I'm going to go for a West Ham 2-1 win for West Ham.
Interesting. See, I fancy Burnley for this one. I think West Ham.
I've changed.
Huh?
I did it originally, but I just sort of, because they're better at home. But West Ham are so desperate for the win now.
Yeah, so Burnley.
Somerville. Yeah, but I think they're done.
Burnley get this one, mate. If Burnley get these 3 points, I think that their tails might be up, and then just go a little bit, throw a bit of caution to the wind here. I'm going to go for a reversal on yours. I'm going to say 2-1 to Burnley.
Where's it EDM? Is that 2-1? He's gone 2-1.
EDM has gone. Has he?
Yeah, looks like it.
That's the last one. That was the last.
Oh, is it?
Oh, wait a minute. He said 2-1. No, wait. No, he said 2-0 on the. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's 2-1. It's right. Yeah, 2-1.
2-1 to who?
To West Ham. He's gone.
He's gone West Ham as well. Okay,
Yeah.
Bournemouth Villa.
This is a good one. Villa really struggling at the moment. It's amazing, isn't it? They're great. They're amazing. They lose three players. They lose Tielemans. They lose McGinn. They lose Anana and Kamara. And our season's fallen apart because of injuries. Try having 11 or 12, mate, and come up with that story.
Bournemouth, though, mate, 10 points from the last 12. Bournemouth on a bit of a march. Like Bournemouth started so well, then absolutely sunk for the next 11
Now
or
they're
12
back.
games. And now they're back. They're climbing back in there. I actually think that Bournemouth might actually get something out of this game. You never know with Bournemouth. It could be, you know, there's going to be goals. You know, there's probably going to be goals in this one.
I'm going to go for a 2-0 Bournemouth win.
2-0 to Bournemouth. Interesting. I'm going to go for a bit more than that. I'm going to say 3-1 to Bournemouth. Actually, I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth. 2-1 Bournemouth.
EDM's gone 1-1.
1-1. Interesting. Next up is Fulham Everton, my man. Fulham Everton. Boring Fulham. Yeah. Boring Everton.
I think Fulham win this 2-1. 2-1. I think Fulham very good.
Fulham are hot and cold again, aren't they? Win one, lose one, win one, lose one.
They were unlucky the other last minute late goal. I think, look, Fulham for me, 2-1.
2-1 to Fulham. I'm going to go for 2-1. I'm going to go for 1-1. 1-1 to the fans.
Let's see what Edom says. Edom, where are you going? He's gone 2-1. 2-1 to Fulham. He's gone the same as me.
Okay.
And the next
Chelsea.
One, well, listen, Rossini can't have any excuses for this one. Wolves, Solstrand, Larson, they got nothing to play for. Freedom. Players may be playing for moves in the summer. Yao Gomez, Andre, and the likes. I think Chelsea run out 3-0 winners.
Okay, I'm going to go for 2-0 to Chelsea. 2-0 to Chelsea as well.
EDM 3-1. EDM's gone.
3. Okay. Yeah, they're Dunskies. Newcastle, Brentford.
Newcastle already making excuses as to why their form's falling off. They're almost, they're so deadly at home. But Brentford fear no one. The smooth operator, Kevin Sharday, got sent off, so he's missing from this game. Will be a big blow to them. Even though Brentford are playing well, and Newcastle, I think, were without Gordon. Gumaresh is a doubt. I'm going to go 1-1.
You're going to go 1-1. Okay. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Brentford. 2-0 to Newcastle. My bad. 2-0 to Newcastle. Don't think it'll be too difficult.
Where's EDM? Can't see where EDM is.
He's gone 3-1 to Newcastle.
Oh, he's gone 3-1 to Newcastle.
Brighton Palace. Home win all day long on this one. For me, I just Palace are in free fall, absolute shambles. And Johnson's not done anything. I don't think Strand Larson will either. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Brighton.
Actually, you know what? I would totally agree with you. But all this thing, like he's teaching them how to play again and all the rest of it. Brighton aren't doing great. I'm going to go for the opposite. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Palace win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madness. Absolute madness.
Absolute madness.
Absolute
that's me.
Madness. That's why you're down the bottom. That's why you're not.
I'm bottom.
That's the reason why. It's moments like that, Johnny, why it is that you're about 50 points behind me in the league.
Mate, it's never over until it's over.
Oh, it's over, bro. It's over. Let me tell you that.
I'll tell you what, it's really shambolic. We've all done terrible in our goals, picking the strikers. When you think there's 3 goals for a goal, and the fact is hardly any of us have had a player who scored 2 goals and an assist or something like that.
100%. I mean, if we just if one of us picked Igor Thiago at any point during that month when he got like 10 goals in 4 games or whatever, this is madness, says Daniel Field. Absolute madness.
Where's EDM?
Where's EDM?
Is this EDM? What was his last one?
No, he said 2-1 before, I think. Oh, no, he didn't. No, that's it. 2-1. 2-1. Yeah, you're right.
2-1. Okay.
2-1 to Brighton.
And then the
He's on
big
the right
one.
side there. Liverpool
The big
City.
one.
Gee whiz.
Do
No
you know
idea.
what? I think Liverpool win it and hand Arsenal the title. And then the FA turn around, the EPL turn around and say, you know what? They ain't going to win it now. Now we can award them. Because, imagine if they were runaway winners and then they gave them the point deduction. Take it now because you're not going to win. The three teams will give you a 20-point deduction, so you're still safe. It's all been worked out. It's all if you're going to deliver a point deduction, it's now when the title's lost. Yeah. And I think now will be the time to do it if they lose this game. I think Liverpool are going to win. And I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 to Liverpool. What's the chat saying?
I wondered whether Jeremy will be wearing his jacket for the game.
Jeremy Jacquet. I'm going to go for, where's EDM in there?
Let's have a look. EDM.
I think Man City. I think it's going to be a score draw, to be honest. EDM
2-2. He's gone for a Desmond.
I don't hate that. I am going to go for 2-1 to City.
2-1 City.
So we've got the full gamut of results there. Someone's getting a point or more, and the other two aren't getting nothing.
Right. What are we going to do now for the players? EDM, you got to pick a player. It'll tell you all the ones EDM can't have. Who can't he have, Sean?
You can have anyone bar the following, EDM. Mbumo, Bruno Fernandes, Xavi Simons, Bruno Guimaraes, Richarlison, Cunha, Ekitike, Cherki, Saka, Barnes, Thiago, Foden, Odegaard, Bowen, Rodgers, Gakpo, Voltemade, Haaland, Grealish, Kudus, Rice, Rich. Have I just seen two Richarlisons? The chat played Richarlison twice. The chat played the cheating little gits. The chat played Richie twice. How did that one sneak through? They played him in game week 2 and in game week, what's that, about 18? Outrageous corruption. Oh no. Butler gets a gimme. You can't have Haaland. You can have Tammy Abraham if you want him. Unbelievable. The deceit.
Eden, what do you fancy, buddy?
Johnny, you can't have Mbumo, Solanke, Mwani, Semenyo, DCL, Vert, Bowen, Ekitike, Mwani, Voltemade, Haaland, Bowen, Welbeck, Gordon, Saka, Foden, Evan Nilsson, Mateta, Pedro, Guacamole, or Liam Delap.
Can you believe I had all those players? And I think out of all the times I picked those players, hardly any of them have ever scored or assisted. Welbeck was, I think, my best. I think Welbeck was my best.
Wow. What's EDM picking here? What's EDM picking? Has he got one?
EDM Wilson. Good call.
Which Wilson?
Wilson at Fulham.
Harry Wilson. Okay.
Yeah.
It could have been Callum Wilson.
I don't think he's talking about Callum Wilson, is he?
Could have been
Are you
Odegaard.
talking about Callum?
Could be.
Or Harry Eden.
Who are you having, Johnny?
I'm going to go for a random one. I'm going to go Croupy Jr.
Croupy. Very smart. You haven't had him before. I can't believe the cheating little chat. Unbelievable from the chat.
Fulham one. Harry. He's gone for Harry.
I am going to... I think I'm going to go for... Have I had him already? Let's have a look. Have I had him? Martinelli? Did I pick Martinelli? Have I used Martinelli? No. I'm going to go for Martinelli.
Good call.
Against Sunderland. There you go, guys.
You know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to go for Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus.
Not quite Easter yet, but I'm going for him. Gabriel Jesus.
That is the chat. That is the predicciones.
Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws. Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws.
Yeah, that's it, guys. If you're in the chat, if you're here for the first time, tell us what team you support. We know a lot of you are in here. Man U, Villa, Newcastle, and quite a few other teams in there. But if you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. We're only about 60 odd, 70 away from 6,000. Couldn't get there without you. And if you're listening on audio, hit the follow button. And if you get time, give us a cheeky like, and obviously hit the like button on your way out of here. I think that's about it.
I think that is about it, mate. Guys, I've got Rabbit Hole Ramblings tonight at 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking about certain people in the political scene. So if you fancy coming over, I appreciate your support over there. I might be doing something on Spurs Talk Show in a minute at 6:30 or something like that. But appreciate you all, Johnny.
I'll be doing my pre-game. I'll be doing my pre-game show, and it will no doubt be from here. Old Trafford tomorrow. Obviously, I'll be getting up around about 6 o'clock for the 7:30 kickoff. I'll be joining everyone watching it. I'll see if I do, Sean. Maybe I'll do a watch along if the time is okay. But whoever you support tomorrow, if you're a Spurs fan, pop onto my socials and follow me for a pre-game and a post-game report. And let's hope that we get some good points and we close up on Sean, because it's about time someone taught him a lesson.
Listen,
too cocky.
Top of the table here, top of the table on Spurs 5. Listen, if it's any satisfaction to you lot, I gave up my FPL team. I stopped changing it about a month ago, so I'm probably sat in like the 500th position on the chat.
I'm moving up, Sean.
Are you doing okay? Are you?
Yeah. I'm moving up. I had a good week last week. My front line did very well. My midfield was good. My defense was good. Yeah.
By the way, I'm not taking the money out of the super chat pot, but I am gonna buy a trophy for the predicciones. And considering that where my healthy position is, I think I'm going to buy a giant one. I'm going to get the biggest one that the local shop has, bigger than the Europa League. It's going to be absolutely fucking
to award it to himself.
It's going to be sat there.
Oh, dear.
All right, it's going to be sat there.
Who's going to present it to you? Helga's not around.
Listen,
we'll
got to buy a trophy.
We'll have to have a virtual presentation, a virtual one. All right, guys, it's been great seeing you. Have a great Friday. I'm going to go and enjoy what's left of Friday afternoon here in Miami. And guys, have a great evening. If you're going down the pub, if you're with your loved ones, or you're around chasing the dog, enjoy yourself. It's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from this guy. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.